Over 100 Baidu robotaxis locked up simultaneously across a major Chinese city. Not 1. Not 10. Over 100 autonomous vehicles just stopped in the middle of intersections, on highways, blocking bus lanes. Drivers behind them honking, swerving, climbing out of their cars to stare. And here's what should unsettle you: Baidu, the company that built them, has refused to comment. No explanation. No apology. Nothing. To understand how this happened, you need to know what Baidu actually built. Their autonomous driving division, Apollo Go, operates the largest robotaxi fleet on Earth. We're talking about thousands of self-driving vehicles deployed across cities like Wuhan, Beijing, Shenzhen, and Chongqing. In Wuhan alone, Baidu had approval to run over 1,000 driverless taxis with no human safety driver behind the wheel. This wasn't some small pilot program. This was full-scale urban infrastructure, carrying real passengers, on real roads, every single day. But here's the hidden context that changes everything about this story. In the months before this mass malfunction, local taxi drivers in multiple Chinese cities had been protesting against Baidu's fleet. They said the robotaxis were destroying their livelihoods, undercutting their fares, and flooding streets with vehicles that drove unpredictably. City governments were caught between two forces: Beijing's push to lead the world in AI, and thousands of furious drivers watching their income disappear. The robotaxis weren't just a technology experiment, they had become a political flashpoint. Now picture this. You're a passenger in one of those robotaxis when the system fails. The car just stops. The steering wheel doesn't move. The doors may or may not unlock. The screen on the dashboard goes blank or shows an error you can't read. You're sitting in the middle of a 6-lane road with trucks passing inches from your window. There's no driver to call. No human override. You pull out your phone and call Baidu's helpline, and the wait time is 45 minutes, because 100 other passengers are calling at the exact same time. That's not a hypothetical. That's what writers reported. And this is where it gets worse. This wasn't the first time Baidu's fleet had problems. There had been smaller incidents, individual robotaxis running red lights, freezing at green lights, blocking emergency vehicles. In one widely shared video, a Baidu robotaxi drove directly into a pedestrian at low speed. Each time, the response from Baidu was the same: a brief statement, a promise to investigate, and silence. No public findings. No transparency reports. No independent safety audits. The pattern was already there. The question was never if a mass failure would happen, it was when. So what actually caused over 100 cars to fail at once? Without Baidu's cooperation, engineers and analysts have been left guessing. The leading theory is a cloud server failure. Baidu's robotaxis don't operate independently, they rely on constant communication with centralized servers that process mapping data, traffic conditions, and routing decisions in real time. If that server goes down, or if a bad software update pushes simultaneously to the entire fleet, every connected vehicle could lock up at once. It's a single point of failure built into the backbone of the system. And almost nobody was talking about it until this happened. Here's what makes this story globally significant. Baidu isn't just any company, it's China's flagship AI champion, backed by the state. Their autonomous vehicle program is central to China's strategy to dominate the global AI race. If Baidu's system can fail this spectacularly in a controlled domestic environment, what happens when this technology exports? Companies in the US, Europe, and the Middle East are watching. Waymo, Cruise, and every other self-driving company now faces a harder question from regulators: prove to us this can't happen to your fleet. One mass failure in one city just raised the bar for the entire industry worldwide. But the detail that should keep you up at night is this. In the days after the malfunction, Baidu's robotaxis were quietly back on the road. No recall. No government-mandated pause. No public investigation results. Just back on the streets, picking up passengers as if nothing happened. And Baidu still hasn't explained what went wrong. 100 cars failed at once in a city of millions, and the only response was silence. So the next time you see a driverless car glide past you, ask yourself, who's actually in control? And what happens when the answer is no one?